Hi Taurus, and welcome to your August 2019 general tarot reading. So we're going to have a look at the cards, and then I'm going to look at relationship dynamics very briefly. My relationship readings are on Vimeo, but we'll do it very briefly so you've got a flavour of what lies ahead in your relationship dynamics. So I'm going to pull you one additional guidance card. You've got the Breathe card, okay? So the Breathe card can have quite a few different meanings. I'll clarify it when the cards come out. One of its messages are about what's the hurry, okay? There might be a feeling, Taurus, of a little bit impatience this month. The sun's in Leo, Mercury will be in Leo, and so will Mars be. So that's a very fiery, forward motion energy for you. And Taurus energy is very different. So you might feel this sense of hurry. And maybe what this Breathe card is saying is about taking a step back and allowing things to unfold. So I'm going to split the cards. Your cards need shuffling again. So please give me clear-cut messages for the lovely sign of Taurus. Cut one more time. And then they're ready to go. So what lies behind you? Eight of Pentacles, focusing on work, your place in this world, very much becoming a master. So obviously working very hard. With the Page of Swords, okay, which is about communication. Some of you are really focusing on some sort of material completion. Can be sort of anything, completing some sort of... The Eight of Pentacles is someone who's working hard to become the Ten of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords is about communication, it's the airwaves, it's our thinking, but it's also about learning. So maybe some of you have been completing something. What you most want is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a turnaround of events. What's helping you get the Wheel of Fortune is the Victory card. So there's some completion happening here. And what's behind you is an 8, and what you want is a 10. So you want the completion of something. We'll find out what in a minute. The challenge is the 7 of Pentacles. That is what the Breathe card means. The 7 of Pentacles, to me, I describe her as someone who's equivalent to 7 months pregnant. It's definitely a card about having to wait for something. We'll find out what. You've got the Page of Cups in your relationships. That's interesting. Money and work, you've got the 4 of Wands. The 2 of Swords in a soul position, which is very similar to the 7 of Pentacles. But for the life of me, I can't quite see what you're waiting on, Taurus. Because relationships are looking pretty good. It's only a page, and maybe that's what you're waiting on. Maybe you're waiting on some results of this 8. And then the outcome is the Ace of Cups. Whew. It's not a bad reading, is it, Taurus? In any shape or form, actually. So far, probably one of the better ones. A lot of people's readings are about defense and attack. You know, yours definitely isn't. Your challenge is the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords, because these are both cards about, they're definitely a card about waiting for something to come to fruition, something to complete itself. What is Taurus waiting for? I'm intrigued. Yeah. And it's clarified with the Lovers card. Alright, Taurus, nothing I can do. I've been getting this love reading for you for about 3 or 4 months. Some of you must be getting really fed up, but some of you obviously understand the reading. But what you're waiting for is to do with some sort of relationship. It might be to do with a life choice. The Lover's card is also called the Choices card. Because the Two of Swords is in a soul position, you've got this blindfold over you. So either that's how you feel, or that's how the choices situation, so the other person is acting out the dynamic for you. So you're waiting for this movement around a life decision, around a relationship decision. Breathe, Taurus, okay? What you want is the wheel. So the wheel is obviously an astrological clock. It's serendipity, it's coincidence, it's when the key and the lock sort of fit together and you suddenly go, I nailed it, I completed it, things have turned around, the cycle has completed, and now this new beginning starts. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is. It tends to be an incredibly fortuneous energy, which is one of your goddesses. Goddess Fortuna is very, very Taurus, so very beautiful. Now the gift is a Six of Wands, so I don't know what it is, but boy, will you nail it with these two cards, because the Victory card is helping you get what you most desire, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so looking extremely, extremely good here. The challenge is this waiting energy. Seven of Pentacles with the Two of Swords in the soul position. They both give me the same impression as the Breathe card does. The Breathe card tends to, when I have to work with the Breathe card, I always get the person to say, what is the hurry here? Yeah, so when we start to question what is the hurry, we tend to begin to work quite peacefully with cards like the Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. It's when we're trying and pushing. That is not Taurus energy. Taurus energy is about receptivity. It's about working, but it's also about allowing the growth to take place. And when you're in your element, everything in life is so much easier, okay? So Page of Cups in the relationship position. So what's this Page of Cups? For some of you, this is a brand new relationship. Yeah, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups is basically the same card. Although the Page begins to make movements to bring the feelings, to bring the relationship more into our everyday life, okay? So for some of you, this is a new relationship. For others who are in an existing relationship, it's about trying to clear. You know, if I've been in a relationship for a long time, there becomes unspoken issues, we develop this baggage between us. The Page of Cups is very much a renewal card. It's sort of the heart becoming alive again. I absolutely love the Page when he shows up in a relationship. I will clarify a little bit what's going on in your relationship dynamics, but it's with the Ace of Wands. Very passionate. This could be the early stages of a new attraction, and maybe the challenge is the waiting to see where the bond is going. But for others of you, it's more waiting on some sort of decision to come through. Money and work, you get the Four of Wands, which is an absolutely fantastic card. It's about celebrating. It's about crossing a threshold. So some of you are definitely going for a brand new job, and that's maybe the victory that you're looking for, because maybe some of you have been working really hard, applying for something, Page of Swords, and this is very, very, very good news that you'll get this job that you're looking for. Any more clarity? Any more clarity on the Four of Wands, the Hierophant? You've got your own element. Remember, when your own element shows up, Taurus, work it. work it. So that means work. In our birth chart, the sun sign is our current life energy, okay? Birth charts are hugely complex. But if your current life energy is about the earth element, that is really, really what you need to work with. So for some of you, this is a brand new chapter. There's an awful lot of security and stability. Maybe you're going to work for a big business, okay, which offers you the foundation that you're seeking, the security that you're seeking. But I think your biggest challenge this month will be working with your own element. And it's literally about the unfoldment of time, Taurus, okay? Again, the Two of Swords in the soul position would give me that. For some of you, you're not quite wanting to fully, maybe you're not quite ready to. For some of you, this is a relationship, new dynamics. It could be you really not quite ready to go there yet. That you're the one that wants to slow things down, okay? Always trust yourself. Always trust your instincts about the nature of something. Your outcome is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is basically also the Wheel of Fortune, because if you look at them clearly, you can see the planetary aspects. So when we're talking about planetary aspects, we're basically talking about a destiny that we can't avoid, that we're heading towards, that we were always meant to head towards. And only us, Taurus, can block the flow of the Ace of Cups. And believe it or not, I work with a lot of people who block the energy of the Ace of Cups. And it tends to be just about always things in the past that block this flow of energy. But the Ace of Cups is the reason that I use this deck. Absolutely love this card. It's the Eye of the Divine shining through your heart. And the only problem with the Ace of Cups sometimes is it brings up for us, it's almost like a purging card. It turns a light on. And when we turn a light on, sometimes it shows us those parts of our life that we'd rather not look at. But don't forget, your opposite sign is Scorpio. Scorpio rules the depths. It rules Hades. So we always need to be shuffling, Taurus. We always need to be shuffling through the crap, clearing the flow of energy, so we can invite cards of the Ace of Cups into our lives and not become all four of discs about it. Okay, that is the great work, basically. As an esoteric teacher, that is the great work, is to do that digging work, to clear the river, to get life flowing again. So far, Taurus, you've definitely had the reading of the month, actually, which is very beautiful to see. So give me a card to tell me how Taurus is approaching their relationships this month. Oh yeah, there you go. Two of Swords again. So you're approaching as a Two of Swords. How's the other person approaching you? One card. There's a little bit of a difference here. So they're coming as a Ten of Cups, celebrating, rainbow after the storm, a completion card, emotional happiness, and you're the Two of Swords. So you're the one who's maybe not fully sure about this situation. And what's the connecting card between both people, please? Is the Two of Cups. Okay, Taurus, this seems to be coming from your side, okay? Now remember, one of the tricks of life, we should never judge ourselves. There's always a reason. It could be instincts, it could be something that makes us feel the Two of Swords, which is not feeling fully able yet to accept what's coming our way. In this reading, the rest of the relationship reading is actually going to be in Vimeo, but quite a lot of yous, and what I thought is I would try and do both, so there'll be a brief look at the relationship dynamics, but the rest will be in Vimeo, and I'll be back doing the weeklies. But I want to ask one question about why this dynamic's at play, please. Okay, Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords can be a three-way situation. It tends to be a situation in the past that still lives within our own heart. And for some of you, that's why the Two of Swords is showing up, okay? Not quite able to take those swords out the heart yet. In fact, you're really holding on to these swords. When rather than we get to Three of Swords, we need to start to clear that so you can get cards at the Ace of Cups. Well, Taurus, I think that had to be, so far, the reading of the month, to tell the truth. I know there's dynamics going on, Taurus. I get you. I know. And it's to do with a past situation that's pierced the heart, which has now became a set of belief systems. And that seems to be what's going on. And really the work that we do with tarot and astrology is to try and get those swords out so the river can run freely. And then we can move to the Ace of Cups. Loads of love, Taurus, okay? And I'll speak to you later. Bye.